Hello Udemy, I am Shahzad Ahmed from Shikzi.com. Today we are going to discuss about the padding. How can you use or how can you define your padding to your element or on your element. So first of all, you have learned how can you use your margins. Make sure margin always works outside of the border or outside of the element. For suppose this is the border of the element and you are adding some space outside of the element. So this is the outside. That means this element has outside value. This. Okay. So this is the margin. So how padding is work? Basically, in the CSS, padding properties are used to generate space around an element or content. If you are using or inside of the borders, for suppose this is the border. If you are using the padding, that means you are saying add some space inside of the element. That means inside. So this is your inside. So how can you do that? First of all, I need to add the padding to this element. Okay, so this is our first element. So I have to call this class. I have already called my class. Then I have to use the padding, but you have to define which padding you are using. Padding top, right, left or bottom. I'm saying I need to add the padding from the top, so that's why I need to call the padding and the top colon, and I'm saying 20 pixel. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, you are adding the space inside of the element. So as you can see, this is your element, this is your inside place of your element. So if you are adding the padding right, you can add the padding right property and the values in pixels. Go to your page, refresh the page, because you have a lot of value right side, so that's why it's not affecting. If you are using left, so as you can see, it's fine working. And if you want to add the padding bottom property, you need to add the values also in pixel. Go to save your file, go to your page, refresh the file. So now as you can see, you are adding the padding 40 pixel to this element. So in this way your padding works. But if you are using the padding individually side, so how can you do that? First of all, I'm saying padding, just padding. Make sure I'm not using the position, means dash bottom, dash top. I'm just using the padding, and I'm saying add the padding from the 20 pixel top. I'm saying 10 pixel, and I'm saying 40 pixel, and I'm saying 20 pixel. That means you have to add the semicolon also. That means I'm saying add the 20 pixel from the top, add the 10 pixel from the right, add the 14 pixel from the bottom, add the 20 pixel from the right, sorry, left. So it works like your clockwise. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's working fine. So in this way you can define your padding to your element. For suppose if you have a div, and I'm saying div, sorry, it's not a class, it's an element, so that's why I have to say that element. I'm saying background red or background color red. Okay, I'm defining some elements inside the div, so it will appear. It's not currently appearing. I'm saying this is my paragraph 1. I need to add the control D, refresh. So now as you can see, it's showing 1 in the div. So that's why I'm saying okay. Refresh the page. It's working like this. If you are adding the padding to your div, how can you do that? I'm saying padding, add the padding 10 pixel, 10 pixel, 10 pixel, 10 pixel. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, it's working fine. You can also use the percentage. For suppose 10%, refresh the page, and you can also use 40%. okay, I'm using person here, not dollar, person. So this is person, this is person. Go to your page, refresh the page. So now as you can see, you can also adding the person. You can also use the person to your margin, and you can also use the person to your text also while working on the background. Okay, so in this way you can use the padding. So in the next lecture we are going to cover the width and the height in the CSS. So thank you for watching.